Here I wanted to tell you an example. Say, one counselor wanted his counselee somewhere far away to stay in that place and preach. But the counselee was feeling very weak in Krishna consciousness, feeling extremely vulnerable. And he is able to sense that I am gradually at the verge of falling down. His hearing is practically stopped and minimum chanting is going on, poor quality chanting also. And he wants to come to Pune for a good association, like that. So now this counselee lost trust in the counselor, that he feels that I am almost at the verge of falling down, but he wants to hold me somewhere where for the sake of his preaching. So he felt that I am becoming exploited. I think authority counselor was same, I think, for that person, long before, many years ago. So then he sent a mail to me. Then I immediately wrote to that counselor and said, you should call this devotee immediately to Pune, I said. Because when you send a soldier in the war and the soldier is fighting, imagine suddenly somebody threw a knife or something which hit his hand and it's bleeding profusely. Another fellow cut off his other hand also. And then if you still tell him, don't give up, try, remove the knife and continue trying. Is it possible? Poor fellow is already bleeding badly. Correct? Now what should you do? Yeah, retract back, call him immediately back to the back tent. Immediately malam patti, everything. Put and make him proper. Correct? No? So this is a very important thing. When, like we say, without argument, if your superior is giving you an instruction where you feel that instruction is not benefiting you, but the superior is contemplating on, project more or expansion of the project more, and he is in ecstasy, expanding, but he is not understanding your need, correct? No? Then you should approach somebody more superior and say that, Prabhu, it seems that even if I die, he will put me down and on the top of me climb and go on with this expansion. Please kindly save me, correct? No? So, I'm just giving you an example when argument is allowed. Correct, no? Argument, it's not that argument is never allowed. Argument can be allowed. Yes. Like Shukracharya, he gave wrong instruction. That is why argument was allowed by Bali Maharaj. Correct? Yeah. Yes. So you should tell him. I was telling, after telling also, somebody may say, shh, don't worry, read more, chant more, preach more. Prabhupada says you should be ecstatic. You should be ecstatic only. Then isn't it? Yeah, it's a forced ecstasy. Yeah. He's saying, if you don't feel enthusiastic, you should. That acting is not drama. Act enthusiastic means what? You try to be enthusiastic. That's the meaning. For example, if somebody says, even after coming to Pune also is not enthusiastic, then what will you do? Then you have to send him to Golaka only then. But further he has to qualify to go there. Correct? Yeah. Isn't it? Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Any other example of arguing somebody? Yes? Powerful. Bhishma Parashuram. Parashuram said to Bhishma, you have to get married to this. So he told those ladies, don't worry, I will tell him to get him married. And then he said nothing to him. So then Parashuram said, you have to defeat me. And he said, yes, I will defeat you also. Correct, huh? You see, here comes the question. One brahmachari asked, if my guru tells me to change ashram, can I argue against the guru like Kumar has? How many of you say yes? If a guru says you change ashram, you can argue against the guru. Okay. How many of you say no, a disciple should not argue, just he should get married? Express, yeah. Okay. Okay. Yes. So expression is all right. See, when we should not argue, I'll tell you one example. There was one brahmachari, but the guru observed that he is preaching to too many ladies on regular basis. Whenever the guru would go for rounds for chanting, he would observe that this fellow is surrounded by women coming to the temple. So guru saw that and he called him to his room and said, you see, although many men are also coming to temple, you are only interested in preaching to woman only. You like to be like a playboy, surrounded by so many women. This is not good for you. Instead, have only one woman. Yeah, just get married. And immediately he came back and told all devotees, Guru Maharaj has instructed me to marry. I never wanted to marry. Guru Maharaj has told me, so I am marrying. And of course, he got married and went away later on. But the point is what? Sometimes Guru sees the tendencies in a person and tells him to get married. Correct, no? He sees that this fellow is showing certain, like if a brahmachari requires too much privacy, if a brahmachari requires too much facilities and comforts, luxuries. So, and a brahmachari has too much of storing nature. He carries too many things. For example, if one brahmachari is going for yatra and his bag is 4 times the bag of other brahmacharis, what does that mean? He has a what nature? Storing nature, accumulating. Ye bhi chahiye, accumulate too much. So these are all some symptoms. Not that you have to become grahastha if you have this tendency, but I am saying that one can observe these tendencies like that. But the topmost symptom is wanting to close company with opposite sex. That's it. So such a guru is a well-wisher of the disciple. Guru says, please get married, it's good for you. Especially that particular woman you are observing very closely, probably you want to get married. And a disciple can express, like our Sumit Prabhu said, Guruji, I never knew that I am too closely associating. Now onwards I will be very careful. Please give me one more chance. I haven't done any blunder. Then Guru can watch him. Guru also is not going to force him. Guru may watch for 6 months. But if it is repeating, what you should do? If he says, no, Guruji, you don't worry, I will associate very, very closely. I see them like gopis only, but but I will remain brahmachari also. I am like a Dhira Lalitam. Who is a Dhira Lalitam? Krishna is called Dhira Lalitam. Dhira Lalitam means he is surrounded by young, beautiful gopis, but he never gets agitated. So, then one should simply follow the Guru. Correct, no? But one can request Guru for another chance. As you mentioned, if we have a car to comfort us, then we have to take care of it also. But when we serve Lord, then even Lord also has to provide for his crying devotees' needs. How to rightly see?